Hello everyone, I'm Pastor Tom Engelbrecht of Christ our Redeemer Lutheran Church. In Greenland, barnacle geese make their nests high on the cliff faces hundreds of feet above the ground to protect their nests from predators. In just a couple of days after hatching, barnacle goslings need to make their way out of the nests to the grass below so that they can feed with their parents. And that leaves only one option: free falling out of the nest down the cliffside to the slopes below. The goslings take this leap of faith and they try to use their tiny wings to guide them away from the rock faces so that they can land on their fluffy bellies on the ground below, if all goes well. If you read Acts chapter 12, and I hope you have the opportunity to do that here today, but if you read Acts chapter 12, you're going to hear about the fledgling Christian church. And what you'll see is that the beginnings of the Christian church seemed pretty similar to the barnacle goslings' first days of life. In Acts chapter 12, it seems like the early Christian church is in a free fall before it's even learned to walk, let alone fly. The apostle James had already been killed for being a Christian. Peter was arrested, and everyone seemed happy that the Christian church was falling to its death. Except that it didn't. It didn't fall to its death, right? The Lord hadn't forgotten about his baby church. He was not going to let it be smashed against the rocks. Even the casualties of persecution hadn't been abandoned by God. The hope of the resurrection didn't fail them. God sent a messenger, an angel, to rescue Peter from prison. And the little church continued to preach and share and teach and grow. Sometimes it feels like God's church, or like we as Christians, as God's people, are in a free fall. It happens when we feel like we're really at our weakest. But I encourage you again to read Acts chapter 12 to see that God didn't abandon his church then, and he won't abandon his people now. Because of the resurrection of Jesus, the Lord will rescue his people from every evil attack, including death. That's your comfort, that's your hope, that's your joy in the resurrection. God bless your week.